about. I can't live without.
Just as it reads in the book, the cozy Gryffindor common room had a spiral staircase leading to the tower that housed the boys' dormitory. Finally, I was off to see the wizard. Very exciting. Ah, this is your dorm room, right?
Yep.
And you must be Harry.
Yeah.
Hi, Harry. How are you?
It's very nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you, a.k.a. Dan Radcliffe. You all sometimes call each other Ron and Harry instead of Rupert and Dan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah? Call it the ultimate game of make-believe. A pair of wide-eyed young boys getting to run around in a $125 million playground. And come next weekend, the whole world will know them as Ron and Harry. Have you ever thought about the fact that you were leading a fairly conventional life up until age 11, and like Harry, all of a sudden your life completely changed?
A lot of people say that, but it's actually, my life has hardly changed at all. The only difference is I go to school here instead of where I normally go to school.
Are you worried that your life is going to change even more once this movie comes out? I mean, you're going to be recognized. Your face is going to be on lunch boxes all over Europe. Your name might become a household name. Does that concern you?
Not really. I think it'll be really good fun. Yeah, not at all, in fact. Just enjoy it.
The search for the boy who would be Harry Potter began almost 2 years ago as director Chris Columbus scoured the Muggle universe for a complete unknown to play the wondrous wizard.
I said, we have to find a new face. They have to believe it's Harry Potter. And you have to step here to say checkmate.
Columbus says he warded off pressure from studio execs who had hoped to attach a familiar face and a bankable star to the project. Haley Joel Osment was the hot favorite, but Columbus was adamant Harry had to be British. Finally, after a casting call of thousands failed to turn anyone into Harry Potter, the casting director was ready to turn in her wand.
And finally, she was frustrated. She said, I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want. I said, you know what I want? In the cassette, I said, this is what I want. Here he is.
The tape Columbus had seen was a BBC adaptation of Charles Dickens' classic, David Copperfield.
Copperfield?
Featuring Daniel Radcliffe.
This is the kid I want. She goes, well, you're never going to get him.
That was because Radcliffe's parents, one a talent agent and the other a casting director, were reluctant to allow their son to accept a role they knew would instantly make him one of the most famous little boys in the world. To Columbus, it was both frustrating and refreshing.
One thing I learned after dealing with child actors was cast the parents as well. And I realized when I met Dan's parents that they were so focused on being great parents. And I knew that Dan would come through this okay.
Finally, just 2 months before shooting was to begin, the Radcliffes agreed and negotiated. While Daniel's reportedly making close to $300,000 for the first movie, it's been speculated he'll rake in close to $15 million if the sequels are successful.
Mr. Harry Potter wishes to make a withdrawal.
But like most 11-year-olds, Daniel Radcliffe is counting his blessings, not his money. Where were you and how did you react when you got the news?
I was in the bath, and my mum was just sitting there talking to me. And then my dad rushed in and told me I had the part. And then there were kind of two reactions. The first one was I just sat there and started to cry because I was so happy. And then the second one was that night, I woke up in the middle of the night, ran into my parents' room at 2 a.m. and asked them if it was a dream. And they were, no, it's not a dream. Go back to bed. It's 2 a.m. Go.
Like so many kids BH, before Harry, Daniel was not an avid reader.
I just found reading quite hard. I couldn't do it. I just found it very hard to read.
And then along came Harry Potter.
I got the part, and I read them all the Harry Potter books over again. Loved them, and they've really helped me to branch off onto other books. They've really helped me to get into reading.
Daniel echoes his director's assurances that the movie has stayed faithful to the beloved book, right down to Harry's owl pal and personal messenger, Hedwig. Oh, voila, and here he is. Very typical. As we tour the set of Harry's dorm, complete with those 5 4-poster beds with deep red velvet curtains, we played a game of show and tell any Harry Potter fan would die for.
What's on this bed?
There they were, come to life right out of the book.
Yeah.
The Weasley sweater, wizard workbooks, and the famous invitation that started it all.
Dear Mr. Potter, we are pleased to inform you that you've been accepted at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. First-year students will require 3 sets of plain work robes. Are those work robes, you guys?
Yep.
Yes.
1 plain pointed hat for day wear. That's a nice look.
We only wear that. We only kind of wear that at Halloween and Christmas and big
You probably
feasts.
don't allow muggles to wear them. Am I going to have bad luck as a result?
Possibly maybe cursed, but only for a short while.
Fine. Okay. 1 pair of dragon hide gloves. Did you get those at Harrods?
Then, of course, the one thing that promises to make Harry Potter a rising star. Literally.
Tell me about this. This is your most prized possession. Can I touch it?
Yeah.
I already have.
Yeah.
What is this?
This is the Nimbus 2000, which is the fastest broom you can buy and makes all of Harry's friends and people who aren't so friendly to him very, very jealous.
Both on screen and on the set, Emma Watson, Rupert Grint, and Daniel Radcliffe are like the 3 musketeers. Having met through surreal circumstances, they've become fast friends.
Rupert and I printed out loads of these, sort of like pull my hair, kick me, I'm sick. We cut out about, 10 of them, stuck them all over Dan's back without him noticing. And he walked around for, 10 minutes without noticing.
And everybody would kick me.
Everyone was laughing at him. He said, what's so funny? We're all going, nothing.
And perhaps no one knows better than Chris Columbus how important it was to just let them be kids.
You think about them and you think about Macaulay Culkin, and who's had some very tough times with his family, and I'm sure you're perhaps mindful of that as you work with these children who are now coming up in the business.
There's no question about it. I want to make sure that Michael Jackson's not calling Dan Radcliffe to come over for the weekend. It's not what life is about.
In fact, at the tender age of 12, with 1 Harry Potter movie under his belt, Daniel Radcliffe seems to get it. Some things in Hollywood are just an illusion.
Do you have something in your eye? Can you fix it? So much for the glasses.
And this very week, Daniel and his pals will do it all over again when they start filming Book 2, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. So they'll be suiting up in their wizard wear at least one more time. So whether you believe in curses, snitches, or a game called Quidditch, one thing the Hogwarts school has taught these kids, magic can happen to a mere muggle, too.
What is the best part about being Harry Potter?
The whole experience. I think I've probably met a new person every day I've been here. And I love meeting new people, and they're always interesting people, so I want to just get to know them better and getting to know the people around you.
What's the worst part?
There isn't one.
When we come back, one final sneak preview of Harry